In this video, I'm revealing 10 essential drawing skills that you can do to level up your drawing skill faster than you ever thought possible. You want to see real progress in your drawing skill and turn your sketches into masterpieces. Stick around, as these following tips might just make you change the way you draw forever, whether you're a complete beginner or looking to refine your skills. These actionable tips will help you build a solid foundation to take your art to new levels. So let's get into it.
Practice basic shapes and then basic forms. This might seem easy, but it yields big results. Begin by practicing basic shapes like circles, squares, and triangles. These are fundamental and are the building blocks for more complex drawings. For example, if you're drawing a figure, you can start with basic shapes to capture the essence of the body before moving on to the details. Once you're comfortable with these basic shapes and have practiced them enough, move on to transforming these shapes into 3D forms such as cubes, spheres, and cylinders. This will help you understand perspective and volume, which are crucial for creating realistic drawings. To elevate your learning, draw cross-contour lines around these shapes. Cross-contour is a technique where you draw lines around the surface of an object following its form, and it can help you understand the object's three-dimensional structure and improve your ability to depict volume and depth in your drawings. It can also make your drawings seem more three-dimensional, a double win. Draw these basic forms in different angles with different perspectives, and experiment with what you can come up with. I recommend you practice this for 1 or 3 times a week for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Focus on observation rather than photographs. Now you have basic shapes and forms mastered. Use these skills for observational drawings. Drawing from life is one of the best ways to improve. It's far better than drawing from photographs. Whether it's a still life, figure drawing, or drawing a landscape, this exercise forces you to draw what you see rather than what you think you see. Pay attention to light, shadow, and proportions. This practice helps enhance your accuracy and depth. I recommend an easy still life to start with, like an apple, cereal box, or mobile phone, before moving on to an object which is more complex, like a teddy bear, houseplant, or even your cat. Draw everything and everyone around you to see the greatest improvements. If you can only commit to one exercise from this entire video, I really recommend you focus on this particular one, or even basic shapes and forms. I recommend you practice this 3 or 4 times a week for at least 15 minutes. Practice gesture drawing. Gesture drawing involves quickly sketching the movement and posture of a subject. When I was new to live figure drawing, I didn't think much of the 1-minute poses. I didn't see how it can improve my drawing skill. I would rush my drawings during these poses and not think about the action. However, I learned that these short poses requires expressiveness and gesture, focusing on the movement of a pose, also being accurate as well. This practice helps you capture the flow and energy of an object or figure, and improves your ability to draw dynamic poses. I recommend you spend 5 minutes on this one, practicing loose sketches to get better at capturing the essence of a movement. It's also a great warm-up exercise as well, so maybe combine this with another longer exercise. Try 30 seconds, 1 minute to 5 minutes of timed drawing. Learn 1, 2, and 3 point perspective. Another really important aspect of drawing is perspective. If you can fully understand perspective, this will dramatically improve your drawings. Like observational drawing exercises, you'll see the biggest improvement in your art by learning perspective. Start with 1 point perspective drawings. So draw a horizontal line which represents the eye line. Place a dot on this line and draw lines protruding from this dot. Draw different perspective angle boxes from these lines and also experiment. Once you have a good grasp of 1 point perspective, gradually explore 2 and 3 point perspective. 2 point perspective includes 2 dots on the eye line and 3 dots for 3 point perspective. Practice drawing objects in perspective to improve your compositions, drawings, and also figures. Drawing boxes in perspective is one of the best, easiest, and most beneficial ways to practice. If you want more help with perspective, I recommend this video. If you really want to see big improvements in your art, I recommend practicing this exercise for 15 to 30 minutes 3 or 4 times a week. Master shading and light. Shading adds dimension to your drawings and brings them to life. Start by building up tones with different shading techniques. Think cross-hatching, stippling, and blending to create various textures and effects. Draw 5 boxes in a row and shade them in dark to light order. And try and draw something just using these tones. Pay close attention to how light and shadow interact with your subject to enhance realism. The most important shading basics are core shadow, the darkest part of the shadow of an object, located on the side that is furthest from the light source. It's where the light is least able to reach, giving the object a sense of volume. Cast shadow, the shadow that an object casts onto a surface or another object. Is created when the object blocks light, and its shape depends on the light source angle and the object's form. The terminator, the line or area where the line transitions into shadow on the surface of an object. It marks the boundary between the illuminated side and the shadowed side, often where the core shadow begins. This is often the darkest part of the shadow. Reflected light, light that bounces off nearby surfaces and slightly illuminates the shadowed side of an object. It softens the shadow and adds subtle detail, preventing the shadowed areas from appearing flat or overly dark. It also makes for more three-dimensional and realistic drawings. Combine this when drawing from observation. If you're drawing an apple, for example, look at the shadows and the light that is cast on that object. I recommend building your tones, studying shadow, and also light for 10 to 15 minutes, 1 or 2 times a week. Develop line quality and control. The quality of lines can greatly impact your drawing. A classic beginner mistake is to make all your line thickness, weight, and pressure all the same. This results in one-dimensional drawings and often looks comic-like. Practice varying your line thickness and weight to create different lines. Controlling your lines with precision will add expressiveness and detail to your work. I recommend ghosting your lines and practicing this exercise regularly to help you create better quality of lines. Draw dots on your page and practice drawing lines in between these lines. Follow through with your lines, be confident with your marks. Don't just draw straight lines either, and practice semicircles, swirls to irregular lines. Progress your line quality and control by taking what you've learnt into your more finished drawings, like the observational exercise. I recommend you practicing this exercise for 5 minutes, 1 to 2 times a week. Commit to master studies. I love creating master studies. It's a powerful tool at your disposal to improve your drawing skill, develop your personal style, and see how the pros created their art. Take time to study the work of artists you absolutely love. This is really important as you'll be more engaged while studying. Commit to your master studies. Enjoy the process even more if you really love the work you are studying. Pick one aspect or theme that you love about each artist and really hone in on that one thing. This is far better than just merely copying your favourite artist's work. This is deliberate practice. Maybe it's Rembrandt's portraits, Monet's colour, the Sargent's painting technique. Analyse their techniques, their compositions, their use of colour or line. Understanding their methods can inspire new approaches and help you discover your unique style. If you want more help with master studies, take a look at this one in the top right corner. I recommend you doing this exercise for 30 minutes to an hour, 1 or 2 times a week. Practice regularly. Consistency is crucial for improvement. If you're a morning person or a night owl, set aside time each day or week to draw. This is your time to draw, so make sure it's distraction free. Build a drawing habit and try not to break that streak you have going. Regular practice helps you build skills, experiment with techniques, and refine your style. Even short daily sessions can make a big difference over time. You'll see the biggest improvement by being consistent with your drawing. I recommend drawing every day. Attend live drawing sessions. Figures often play an important part in most artworks. Look at some famous artworks out there, and more often than not, a figure is included. To help you draw people, proportions, and also anatomy, one great way to achieve this is by attending live drawing sessions. This can be untutored or tutored sessions and can be very cost effective. One great resource is meetup.com, where you can easily search local groups in your area. This is a type of observational drawing and can catapult your drawing skill. So I really recommend you attending once a week to see epic improvements. If not, every fortnight will also do great things for your drawing skill. Seek constructive feedback. Constructive criticism from friends, peers, or online communities can provide valuable insights and help you identify areas for improvement. Embrace feedback as a tool for growth. Consider things like online art communities, so platforms like DeviantArt, ArtStation to Reddit. Social media groups, so join art-focused groups on Facebook to Instagram, and then get feedback in comments or direct messages. And then attend local art classes or workshops. So enroll in a local drawing class or workshop to get one-to-one feedback. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I highly recommend you checking out this video to enhance your drawing skill even further.